Welcome everybody. Welcome back, YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you also to the audience members that are sitting here tonight for this very special show. Tonight, we have a very special guest, someone who is truly embodied the spirit of Player One. He is more than just a gamer. He's a respected virtual athlete, a seasoned content creator, and also he is the longest standing member here in the city of Atem. So tonight, join us as we pick his brain and learn about his vision here and his mission here in VR. So, welcome, players only.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I start out the show the same way, kind of, I'm really curious about who are you? And I like to ask people from their perspective to hear someone talk about who they are is really meaningful. So tell us, who are you?
Well, myself, player, as an individual, trying to coexist in both worlds in real life and do it in the
Mhm.
metaverse and
Mhm.
finding just that perfect blend of 50% in between both two. So when you
Mhm.
see me promoting things on social media, that's me just expressing myself, trying to find that point. So right now I'm on that road of trying to make that happen and have taken the time to share that with others that may try to find what could be interesting or draw them in to virtual
Mhm.
reality and kind of being their go-to person for that
Mhm.
and try
Mhm.
to and fulfill that as much as possible, and try to do a good job as best as I can with doing that, from my opinion and through my
Mhm.
eyes. And hopefully that could resonate to some people to motivate them to do the same thing.
Well, we see you around here. You're a quiet killer. I mean, YouTube don't strike that, but you get what I'm saying. You keep your head down and you keep your work ethic present. So we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Something that I've always been curious about though is your name. Something that I'm learning here in the gaming industry is that your gaming moniker, it carries weight, and I am going to start really probing and asking questions about what made you pick your particular name. So can you share the story behind your name and what it represents in your journey toward gaming and content creation?
Yeah, for sure. I also think that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
um I've played with the name a lot. I went through quite a few names to figure out what was most form fitting to myself. And
Mm-hmm.
one day I was thinking out loud, and one thing I noticed, to play any game, you have to be a player. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
player one, a player two, sometimes player three, player four. So one day it just popped to me, and I'm like, yeah, I think I am. I'm top of the line player.
All
I put my
right.
old little swing to it, and I chose to take, the player one position. And
Mm-hmm.
the reason why I did though is because also I feel like if I do take on that name, I have to make sure that I'm on my P's and Q's and I'm on my toes, protect myself at all times. So really, it's kind of like a reminder of me to make sure that I stay on top of everything all the time. And then
Mm-hmm.
also too, I feel like it'll always keep competition around because everybody always wants to come for number one. They never want to be two, but you can't be one because I'm already number one.
Come on with it, player. I love it. I love it. I may do a show just talking about our names and stuff that we pick. I it has to have deeper meaning, just like you said, or even just the whole marketing and advertisement strategy behind picking your name. So I think it needs to almost be a conversation and some research done into that because it really creates its own brand within itself.
For sure.
hmm So
Yeah.
you also in here, I'm also really curious about. You mentioned earlier about the real world and VR. What inspired you altogether to come into the VR space?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, it all started during the pandemic. Before that happened, I was indulging in GTA,
Mm-hmm.
and I found it interesting that it moved past just, doing the little missions and carjacking, robbing people and beating up on the street to where you could actually play others online.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends introduced me to playing it, and then once I got bit by that bug, I couldn't never go back. And I feel like the the online piece of being able to play other players that are not even there, that always gives you somebody to play with. Because there was
Mm-hmm.
one point in time, if you didn't have a friend that played the game regularly with you or enjoyed it as much as you did, you kind of were playing it by yourself. You'd have to play the computer. That got boring. You got better, but you only got better to the computer. There was nobody else to play. But because of the internet and the online presence now, it gives you more people to play with, more times to play, different time zones to play in, so it can keep you on the game. If it wasn't for that, I think the gaming industry kind of would have died off. So getting
Mm-hmm.
back into the GTA, I started noticing that my level was really low. Like I was a 3, a 4. I'm playing with guys that are like 97, 102. Like they're possessing items in the game that either you got to be a high level to get or you got to pay for these assets. So I
Mm-hmm.
found myself spending real world money just to catch up with these guys, just to have them, just to be able to have the guns, the ammunition, the cars, to be able to do the missions with them or even just defend our product when we running missions. And that was kind of eye opening to me. And
Mm-hmm.
just ever since then, I've kind of really wanted to tackle that market of trying to figure out on how I could earn a living playing the game. So
Ain't that
content,
something?
yeah, content was that's what led me to doing the content creation, but I was kind of leery on it because I'm like, who would sit there and watch somebody play the video game? I couldn't understand it until I started going on YouTube and start finding myself watching people playing the game. So then I kind of
Yes.
understand and like, yeah, there's a market here for this.
It's a
And it
huge industry, actually, and it has been projected for 2024 that there are approximately, hold on, I brought some stats because 3.32 billion active um video game players globally. That's a lot of people.
you feel me?
And yeah, and it's amazing how now people have found ways to monetize themselves into the space. And that brings me to my next question when it comes down to being a virtual athlete in this competitive gaming. Tell us what brought you into that, and have you found ways to monetize yourself as being a digital athlete?
Yeah, there has been ways to monetize, but I feel like it's the same wheel that everybody else is riding on. Um,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's through the merch or finding like brand deals. Um, but it's always been like a passion for mine to find out how I could tap in directly with either the game or the creator of the device for them to pay you because it'll be a whole lot easier instead of me having to do all that work. Because if
Mm-hmm.
I'm on this game 24/7, I'm promoting that I'm on this game, I'm keeping your product alive. I'm keeping it going on the market by producing that content. So I mean, I don't really feel like I should have to sell t-shirts and clothing or take marketing deals when you could just pay me directly.
Mm-hmm. So, in that content creation, are you um, recording yourself playing the game and then producing those clips out in shorts, or are you on TikTok or Twitch where people are actually watching you play the game? How are you using that gaming as your content creation?
Through Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Okay.
I like those three. I like those platforms because I feel like they're the most active, and really the names carry the recognition, and I feel like those avenues kind of really tend to gamers a lot more. Twitch is okay. Twitch is known strictly for that, but I feel you can grow a little bit more with the other platforms.
Mhm. Mhm. And grow your audiences
Yeah,
better.
definitely.
Yeah. It's been a interesting experience to start growing my community on YouTube with just learning how to produce your own videos, the editing, the whole marketing side of it. That is a whole industry within itself. So have you found any companies that have been willing to reach in and you sponsor them or
No, not off yet. I haven't been approached by anyone.
mhm
I don't really even think that I've actually really even tried. I've been like really kind of focused on really staying true to like what you've been seeing me do, which is playing the
mhm
game, being here inside the city. And I feel like if I focused on that a little bit more, I would like to see that grow. And besides having the partnerships with others, I would like to get that partnership and grow it inside these relationships that I'm trying to build inside of here.
mhm now I will
Focus more
say
on that.
your content creation, especially within here in the city, I could be wrong, but I think that you were also one of the first ones that created the whole storyline, storytelling here in the city with your content creation with producing videos. It's been really dope to see you show inside of the space and also carry a storyline that intertwines the businesses in the city and your branding. I think that is I think that's really dope. And you have some good work.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have you been working with any other creators around here in the VR space?
I did. I've worked with a few. I would like to work with more. So if there's anybody that's willing or open that wants to collaborate, I'm open to that. I
Mhm.
think that'd be a great idea to show that. Besides
Absolutely.
just me and be able to display that there's other people that are active as well.
Mhm. Cuz you got good work. Good work. And it reaches the audience very very well. Um
Thank you.
S- So another industry because you are in some huge industries here and they all kind of work hand in hand, especially when you bring cryptocurrency into the equation. I know that you are also a crypto guru here in the city, and I'm always so happy to report to the YouTube audience the people that we have here in the space and the services that you guys provide. You know, we have
Definitely.
had Yo Mr. Arroyo here. Recently I've seen you two converse back and forth in our community chat, keeping us engaged and what is
Good
going
dude.
on in what's going on in the cryptocurrency community and how we can stay informed and also move forward. So tell us what brought you to the cryptocurrency industry and how's it going? Because we are in a kind of volatile time right now, but how's it going?
I think I'm experiencing the same thing that everybody else is. Everything's down
Mm-hmm.
right now. Um, just the only thing I could say with that is that there's a lot of information that's out there. You just have to invest the time to understand what it is that you like and what makes sense for you. I know
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that people will go off on they will go on a road that they see someone else being successful, but that's what's successful for them. Just use that as motivation to say that there's someone that is succeeding in it and let me figure out how I can succeed myself. And
Mm-hmm.
just stay with it. You have to immerse yourself into it. And just understand it's not really that easy. It's the kind of a new concept you got to learn because it's not very
Mm-hmm.
user friendly right now. It hasn't got to the point of being user friendly, but Coinbase does make things a lot easier for everyone. I will say that Coinbase has made things so astronomically more easier than how it used to be.
I would
And
agree with you on that when it comes to that. And YouTube, we are now talking about cryptocurrency, and Coinbase is an actual wallet that you can use, and it also educates. So if you have Coinbase and you uh are storing your coins there, they'll also give you little quizzes that you can take, and you can earn the cryptocurrency as well. So we're not promoting it, but I think that it's a safe place to start, as well as you're saving, you're learning at the same time. Wouldn't you say, player?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Um, what gold nuggets do you have for individuals that are curious about um uh crypto? I know that you mentioned earlier about spending the time to do the research into your investment, but um what are some tips to help individuals?
Tips. Hmm.
Mhm.
You got to start somewhere, right? And you did say that Coinbase does help with useful tips. They do, because I use
Mhm.
that myself. And the reason why I do use it because I don't know everything. So every something may they may have a coin that does pop up on there that may be new. You do some research on it. You make it catch it early when it does have a low market cap, and just continue to build on that. So once you get, it's like being on a basketball court, right? You start shooting around, making a few free throws. You start trying layups. You start trying to shoot 2 pointers, 3 pointers. But you got to get in the court and start playing to understand what it is you like. So the point that I'm trying to make is that if you're gonna get into the market, you start somewhere and just be consistent with your learning and let it build, and you'll start to learn and understand it as you grow along. That may sound like it's a little bit in the gray space, but once you get in it and you start learning, you'll understand what I'm saying more clear. Then you'll have more clearer questions to ask, and people could give you better advice because they know what direction you're trying to go in, and they can guide you that way. Does that make any sense?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um I didn't send you this question, but I think that this is important to explain. How does gaming, crypto, and Web3, how are all of those connected?
That's another good question.
Mm-hmm.
I think that crypto, gaming, and Web3 are pretty much all well, they're some of the features of what is the future for an income. Because when you're gaming, that's going to be a lot of transactions at one time. And really, the traditional ways that we're doing things right now
Can't hold it.
they
Mm-hmm.
can't accommodate that. So, crypto can be an answer to help with making those transactions move a lot faster. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what coin they could use, I mean, I really can't say. But all I'm saying is that that technology can allow millions of transactions to happen in an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and that can be useful. The Web3 part is just the game being able to connect individuals, right? So I feel like the video games are going to be the new social media platforms because
Mm-hmm.
that's why we're there. The ones that we're at now, I mean, we share pictures, we share videos, we get likes, but I feel like we've grown past that. So now, if we're going to interact every day, me and you play Population One. That's the platform that we talk on. The only thing that's missing is that we can't interact inside the game. We can only play in the game. So once that part of the game grows to where we can connect inside of that, it'll be something different.
Do
And
you
I just feel
see
like,
GT? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Do you see GTA? Is it GTA?
Yeah.
Do you see GTA coming to VR, where we will be able to do the gameplay and have the social aspect part to it too?
Man, that's another good question. I hope that it does.
Me too.
I've seen modifications out there, but it's it's I just feel like it's just a substitute for something that's just not there yet. I
Mm-hmm.
feel again, they bring GTA to a VR headset. It's going to be a long
Yes.
time before I leave out my house
I
because I'm
know
going to
that's
be
for
in that
real.
headset. I'm going to be in
Hey,
it.
listen. YouTube for the inexperienced gamers. GTA is a really 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 popular game, and there have, I think, been some conversations. I don't know how far that has gone, but VR has been on the table with that. It's going to revolutionize that game, and I also think that it's really going to open up the door for people to know VR exists through that game. Because they already have a huge population. The younger generation is already all over that game anyway. It's gonna blow the top off VR if they were to make that partnership. Um, wouldn't that be cool?
I mean,
Right
that'd be
here in the
amazing. That's
city of
everything I'm waiting
Adam.
for.
Yeah, they could actually be right here in the city of Adam and drive down these streets
Crazy,
and really
right?
have a cool experience. Yeah, that's how I think. Yeah, but it's cool that we're here early and we can see us grow into some of these different possibilities.
Definitely.
Um, so let's move on. We talk about our love. Our love is the city of Adam. And let me just give you another shout out for being the longest standing member here in the city of Adam.
Appreciate it.
That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you've seen some people come and go, as in any city. People move in the city, they move out. It is what it is. But you have made your choice that this is where you want to set up shop and this is where you want to grow your brand. Tell the audience, tell us, what does the city of Adam means to you and how do you see it expanding your brand?
Expanding the brand. It's man, there's so many things I could say about the city that I feel is way ahead of its time right now. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here that is already ready to go. It's just a few common things that are beyond the builder's control that they don't control. But if they gave the green light, I'm pretty sure they could do some really super duper amazing things in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some things that's just stopping them right now. I
Mm-hmm.
like the city. Um, I think it's super marketable. I like the name. I like the vibe of the city. I like what it gives you when you come here. I think I can't stress this enough that it doesn't matter how much content is created, that you just can't see it or enjoy it from a 2D world. You have to
Mm-hmm.
put the headset on and understand and feel like what you're seeing. What you're
Mm-hmm.
seeing now is a 2D version of me. But if you had this on and you could see that there's a ceiling here and there's chairs here and the depth and what it took to build this and make this microphone look here from the shapes that they have for $300, I think
Yeah,
it's crazy. For
I agree.
300 bucks. And I still hear people say that that's too much. But I mean, I can't judge nobody's pockets, but I'm saying, but what you get for $300, there was a point in virtual reality where
Mhm,
everything was a la carte. And when you got done, you were probably spending $2,700 and really will be playing by yourself because there really was no market like that. But
mhm.
now you get all that tech in this headset for $300, 500 bucks.
Absolutely. That's
Oh
it.
man, I'm going, and it's wireless. Like you're not even connected to anything.
Mhm.
No, it's
It's
that's a
funny.
steal.
We had about our last guest. It hasn't aired yet, but he's been in and around VR since the 90s, and he
Mm,
remember the last well the product that they were using at that time was $20,000.
mm.
That a TV station used to use VR. And so $20,000 to now having a smaller headset that consumers can buy within what, a 30-year difference? That is amazing. And our headsets are going to get smaller and they're going to become more easier to use outside of our homes. So this technology will evolve. And I also want to add, you made the mention to looking at it on 2D. That's something that we talk here to YouTube about all the time with coming in on their mobile app. We're seeing that that is something that Meta has been pushing lately, because there have been I guess not a big push for people to buy the headsets yet. So using their mobile app to come in and just experience what it could possibly be, then it could possibly catch on. And so I understand the motive that why they are pushing the mobile app now, and we're probably going to see an influx of mobile users soon. So we're in the right place at the right time. Really are. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Where do I see myself in the next 5 years? I see
Mhm.
myself in the next 5 years to be comfortably sitting on a very nice crypto retirement account
Yes.
and playing the video game for daily income.
Mhm.
That's where I see myself. And everybody, I think that I would hopefully in 5 years, Meta probably would have sold 10 million more headsets. So that gives me more accounts to play against
Mhm.
to earn every day.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
And
where I see
and
myself in
more
five.
and more exposure for your brand, players only. And
You
so,
feel me?
yeah, we in here, we doing it. It's a good time to be here. Um, what upcoming projects you got and collaborations that you're working on?
Man, I'm actually um, working on some collaborations and sponsorships with some other companies that are associated with keeping virtual reality going. So if I can get them to understand what the movement is and I could start promoting their products, that would help a lot of people that's
Mhm.
associated with it, like i.e. like battery carriers and things like that.
The accessory companies and stuff.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
battery brands, maybe like
Mhm.
Duracell, Energizer or
Mhm.
something like that.
Mhm. Mhm. To keep, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying, to keep us.
You feel me?
Yeah, baby, because I burned through some batteries.
Man, do
Yeah,
you hear me?
all that.
Man.
Yes, yes, yes. That's a good idea, player. But don't tell all your secrets. But that's a
Oh
good
no, I just
idea,
well, I
though.
guess I gave you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep you interested a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Um, so we usually we talk a lot about community and what it means being in this type of space. What has the VR community what has it been for you?
VR community.
Mhm.
Um, well, I think my opinion will be kind of biased because I mean I kind of have like a small circle in the VR community,
Mhm.
but
Understood.
the people that I am involved with, I will say it's been a good experience. One thing I
Mhm.
can appreciate is very timely and on time. When people
Mhm.
say they're gonna be doing something at 6 or 7 o'clock, they're doing it at 6 or 7 o'clock, and I can
Mhm.
appreciate that.
Mhm.
The events always end on time, so I know like man, if I need to put 30 or 40 minutes to the side, I can do that, and it'd be good quality time. I
Mhm.
think the people are cool. I mean, you have your issues here and there, because you're still dealing with people, but it ain't nothing that you can really talk out. I feel like
Mhm.
it's more they're nice quality individuals. I know they're all
Mhm.
focused on the same thing, and the community is more of like it's more of a niche feeling. So you feel like when you know somebody, you know them, even though it's kind of like the avatar, but you see it kind of often, so you recognize them. And
Mhm.
everybody's been upbeat. I've not met one down spirited person except like the individuals that like to yell and just be talking crazy. But when you talk to them regular, like they kind of calm down and they kind
Mhm.
of be cool after all that. So you
Mhm.
kind of one thing I will say is you will bump into the personality because that's all you can really work with is the voice and the personality. But
Mhm.
everybody's been cool. I've been hearing about some slicksters that's out there, but I ain't never ran into nobody bogus. Everybody's kind of they've treated me with respect. I mean, I've had my opinion about some things, but that's pretty much about it. Everything been pretty cool. I think it's a good foundation to start with since I've been here, and everybody's been helpful. They'll definitely put you in tune with somebody if you need some help. I will say that.
That's good. And keep yourself surrounded by the community that's going to keep you built up and that you can reach into your own personal network. YouTube, that's something that we really push around here is the VR communities. They are strong. There are a plethora of different communities. We all reach in and network with one another, provide one-on-one business to businesses services to one another. So, I mean, it's a thriving ecosystem in VR
Definitely.
and it's working. It's working. Just to add another point, this is social media as well. It's just social media amplified. So whereas you would
Inside the
interact
matrix.
you would interact with your friends on your screen typing a message back and forth. Here in VR, you walk up to the individual and you talk to them. And so that brings a different interaction and a different experience. And so that's what makes VR so special. And that's why you will always keep hearing us talk about it and ooh and ah about it because it works. Um, yeah, so I appreciate the your insight tonight. I do want to ask you one final question about crypto. You don't
Mhm.
have to answer if you choose not to because I know I'll be putting you on the spot. Do you have a favorite crypto that you're working with that you don't mind saying?
I do have one that I do like working with.
Who is it? You want to say or
Cosmos.
no? Okay.
Cosmos. I really
Okay.
do like that coin. I
Okay.
like what you can I like what you can do with it. I like what they're trying to do. And yeah, I like the staking features with that coin. The only thing is everything is down right now. But
Mhm.
when that
It
coin
is.
does go back up, its all-time high was $44.
And it's a new coin?
No, it's not new. It's been
Okay.
around for a while, but
Mhm.
the point that I'm trying to make, I haven't looked at it today, but it man, that coin is probably somewhere. Please don't judge me right now. Probably like $2.
Okay, but see stuff like that doesn't bother me because being in the crypto community, we've seen like some of our favorite tokens rise and fall like that. And if we look back, if we were to actually take the time to do the research and look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin did not used to be 60 something thousand dollars, $75,000, $100,000. It started at fractions of a penny too, and it
It
worked
did.
its way up. And so I'm sure I never let if it's a token that you believe in, a coin that you have done your research and you understand the resources that you can make from it, you like the utilities that it has, that it offers, go for it. But
Yeah,
watch
definitely.
it, do your own research, pull when you need to, and don't let the outside influences make you make the wrong decision.
Yeah,
That's my tip.
for sure. What I was saying about the $2 is that when it does go back up, it's just the potential. How much potential is there from the two
Yes,
dollars to the
to
44?
44.
So right
Mhm.
now is a great time to buy in, understand what the coin does, and what you can produce from it.
Mhm.
And when you figure that out, you'll find out why I like it. But right now, like I said, it's just ugly right now because
Mhm.
the market's down there. But when it goes back up there, you're gonna wish that you bought it. It's to where it is right now. That's all I'm gonna
You
say.
I'm gonna check that out. Because I am getting back in it. I've been holding my Shiba now for a few years, and I haven't bought anything else after my Satama rug pull. I've just
Hmm.
been holding my Shiba and haven't bought anything else. But I'm beginning to kind of open my ears back up again into what's out there. I've been noticing that you and Mr. Arroyo have been keeping us engaged in the community chat on some different things to take a look at. And so I feel like with the upcoming legislation that is going to be coming, it's going to be a huge push for cryptocurrency, and the U.S. is really going to be taking a huge move into that currency. So once again, we have positioned ourselves with VR and with the cryptocurrency to be front row seats. So this is just a great time. YouTube, we keep dropping these hints to you guys that this is the things that you need to be researching. Quiet the noise, quiet the naysayers. Look at what you need for your life. In
Mm-hmm.
VR, you can at least find a way to provide
Mm-hmm.
um your real life experience and your VR experience together. Even if you're not committed in being in here every day, there still is a way that you can make your presence known, make your income, and go back to your real world and do your thing. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Definitely.
Players, this was an
Yes.
awesome conversation.
Thank you.
I
Appreciate it.
appreciate
Appreciate it.
you coming to take the time to sit with us. I also really just want to say a heartfelt thank you for being a great citizen, a great
Appreciate it.
resident here. We
Appreciate it.
appreciate it. Uh-huh. And wear that badge of honor proudly that you are the longest standing resident here. We appreciate it very much. And we'll have you back. YouTube, the next time that you see Players Only will probably be next season, and we're going to tour his space. We do want to
Come on
show
through.
what he's doing in here. And when we come back, we'll explore more about the services and the opportunity that he provides for his company and his branding.
For
And we
sure.
want to thank y'all for joining us tonight here in the marvelous city of Atem here on the 200 block. We want to thank you for joining us. Shout out to the Primitive Shape team, Golden Hand, the visionary behind this beautiful city and concept, Dunda
For sure.
Bills, who is my teammate.
For
We
sure.
do our darndest to produce the best work here in VR. We look forward to showing you around, and we also want to customize your next business and branding, and you could be a neighbor or player only here on the 200 block. He
For sure.
has a place available next door to him. So if you are interested in anything that we discussed here tonight, please join us. You can look up on primitiveshapes.ca to see our company website, as long as the businesses that are listed here in the city. And you also can send us a message and we'll get back with you and answer any questions that you have. Thank y'all so much, and until we see you, bye. Thank you, player.
You're welcome. That was cool.